We've got Sergio7773. I've played him twice before and I have 2 wins. And he's higher rated than me. That's good. I wonder when I played him before. Okay, I don't know. It's gonna be too hard to look it up. Let's play some Joe Bava. Let's see what happens. You know? Sometimes you gotta give him the old mix it up. So far, E6 is a good move, you know? Usually my Joe Bava games, either I win brilliantly or lose spectacularly. Oh, that makes for a good YouTube video. Okay, F5, I don't know. That, just forget everything I said. I know nothing at this point. Wow. That is an interesting move. So this is looking sort of Dutch-esque, I guess. E3 would be some typical Joe Bava fare. Possibly I'm supposed to play knight b5. I mean, I do know that you know, one of the main refutations is for black to pin this knight. So if I play knight b5, then that's not going to happen. I'll force knight a6, so that's kind of something. I think maybe I am supposed to do that. Yeah. I feel like this is right. When they let you do it, you're probably supposed to do it. And then here, I don't know. I guess, you know, I need to anticipate c6 is going to happen at some point. So the knight will be returning to c3, probably. I guess, like, I'm wondering about a4 and going here, but I don't really get the point. What else is legal? I could play c4 now. c4 is interesting because then one of the main downsides of the Joe Bava is the knight in front of the c-pawn, and then that wouldn't happen. The question is, am I giving away a pawn for nothing? c4 takes, e3, c6, knight back, and b5. Sort of looks like it's hanging onto the pawn. Although queen f3 in that position might cause some consternation. I'm not sure. Maybe bishop b7 is fine. c4 just sort of feels like the right move. Because I don't like a4 and knight a3 because my knight feels sort of dead. I can't really get to c4. I mean, I guess that supports the c4 break, but I don't know if I want to play a4 and c4 because that really gives away b4. I could play a3. It seems wrong. I don't know. c4 just feels like sort of what a better player than me would play. So I'm going to play it. I'm a strong believer that sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you got to just play moves that, like, you think are good even if you don't understand why they're good. Like, the only way to get better at chess is to play like a stronger player than you would. So sometimes you got to just, like, do it and then figure out why later. Now, that being said, like, it might just be that c4 is a terrible move and I'm just giving away a pawn for nothing. I don't know. We'll find out after the game. Okay, he didn't even take the pawn, so I'm not too upset. So yeah, this is feeling very Stonewall Dutch-esque, except I don't know if this maneuver is very typical in the Stonewall. I don't really... Okay, well, that's a pretty good sign. I guess I was threatening to take and then take, and maybe black didn't want that. I was thinking about that, but I hadn't really made up my mind. Knight f3 seems pretty normal and natural and such. Although maybe there's some argument for leaving the f-pawn the ability to kick this knight out of e4 when it lands there. So I could play like knight h3 or bishop d3, knight e2. Bishop d3 is probably fine because I don't think black really wants to do this capture. That's normally why I wouldn't play such a move. So let's do bishop d3. Is my bishop going to be any good on d3? That's a question that's worth asking. Like, am I going to play g4 at some later date? Maybe I play e4 at some later date. f3, e4. Okay, I'm convinced enough. I'm getting a little behind on the clock as ever, but, you know. Okay, what little I know about the Stonewall Dutch, I know that white really likes to trade dark square bishops. So I'm pretty happy that this happened. Not upset about that one bit. The only thing I'm debating is, should I do this now? Like, is black really going to spend a tempo moving the bishop away? This feels like it might be a little bit better. It might sort of transpose, but I don't think black's moving the bishop again, so no real reason to initiate that capture. I wanted to put my knight on e2 anyway. Yeah, so I could still just take. I could also castle. I have to be a little careful, like taking, you know, I think he's going to want to try to checkmate me. I think that's the general plan that he has. So I got to watch that, maybe. c5 is maybe a move to consider, but it feels sort of wrong. So if I castle, takes g5 is sort of the move that I would be a little afraid of. I don't know that I believe it, though. Like, even just knight h3 seems okay. So, alright, let's just castle. Get the king safe. Yeah, I'd really like to get back to 2100. 29 points shy of it now. Okay. That doesn't seem too scary. Now would probably actually be a good time to just go ahead and throw this in. Black sort of had to waste a tempo. I think I will do that. And then I was thinking about f3. It keeps the knight out of some squares, and it also prepares e4, which I think is a very desirable break. I'm not sure I'll be able to play e4 right away. Well, I probably can. Okay. f3 feels right to me. I think white's doing pretty well. Like, black has, like, this is the problem bishop in the Stonewall for black always. And you know, these pieces just aren't really doing it just yet. So, and I'm you know, getting ready to open things up. If I can do that, then maybe I'll have some advantage. Hopefully. Maybe e5 is a move for what's his face, black. Maybe. e5 I could take and play knight d4, and then I'm on f5. Maybe he has f4 in that position. e5 is an interesting move. E5, what happens after E4? Mass confusion? That seems right. I don't know if I can play E4. Because DE, and then my D pawn's hanging. I guess, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There's also C5, but I'm really hesitant to do that. It feels wrong to release the tension in the center. Yeah, I don't know. That would be a challenging move to meet. Maybe I take and play knight G3? But E3's hanging. Take and play queen D2, maybe? I think I certainly take if he plays E5, because E4 looks annoying. What else could he do here? Knight A6 I'm not too worried about. Knight BD7 I'm not too worried about. Bishop D7 I'm not worried about. Okay, that was one of those moves that I wasn't worried about. I think I just want to play E4. I have the support to do it. That starts opening things up at perhaps an uncomfortable time for black. And I'm threatening E5, which would win the game. So sort of forces things to open up, I believe. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. I don't really see other moves that look that impressive either, so let's just get started. Yeah, that was sort of forced, I thought. Still probably has to take. I was going to retake with the knight. It is allowing a lot of trades. It's true. I guess he could take here. I mean, at the end of the day, I think he's going to be left with a weird pawn here, so seems sort of good-ish for me. But, I mean, maybe he's just going to be able to play E5, you know, relatively quickly and get rid of that pawn. Yeah, I think he needs to play D takes E4, because if he takes C4, I can throw in E5, and then when the queen moves, I'm taking here, and this pawn stays backward and weak and isolated. Is it backward at that point? Is an isolated pawn, like, is that also a backward pawn? Like, I feel like by definition it is. Like, it's a pawn that can't be defended by other pawns. But is that even the definition of a backward pawn? When it's my opponent's turn and I don't know what to analyze anymore, I like to think of these, you know, metaphysical questions. I think that's the best use of my time. Queen C2 could be an idea at some point. Get a little battery going. Wow, okay. Yeah, that seems legal. I didn't think about that, but that seems like nothing wrong with that. So many captures I can't calculate. Well, if nothing else, I can give him a little isolated pawn here. Like, take. Yeah, and then he takes, and then I play like c5. And he's got sort of a weird pawn. There is this pressure, this tension here. I mean, I'm sort of attracted to this because it opens up this bishop. Actually, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe, like, for example, takes. If I only had my rook on c1, bishop c4 would win the queen. So I could play rook c1 to threaten that, but I think black will resolve things here. But the question is there a good way for him to resolve everything? Rook c1 is such a funny, like, I don't care about this stuff that you're doing move. Rook f5 was also sort of calling my name, but I don't super get it. I think rook c1 right away, he plays e takes d4. And if my knight recaptures, then d takes something, discovers an attack. So I don't know if that will work. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just going to stick with this first idea. Because I don't think rook c1 like quite works. So I'm thinking c5 next, but I mean, maybe I should do the whole thing and then play rook c1 at the end. Does his queen have a good move there? Yeah, probably. Wait. Here. And pin the guy. That'll teach him. Yeah, so this doesn't even work for him, I don't think. Take, and then if knight takes, pin him. I mean, I don't see a defense to the knight there. Which means after takes, it doesn't seem like he can recapture. So maybe I'm up a pawn. It's not the greatest pawn, but it's a pawn. And I got this stuff going on. I don't know what that matters yet, but could matter. In some universe it might matter one day. If he does nothing right now, like if he sees all that and is like, I'm not doing it, I'm not taking on d5, then I can probably start pushing these pawns. Like maybe he throws this in. But I think I take back and don't really see the problem there. Then my knight even could get to f5, which Ben Feingold would approve of. He's thinking. That's a good sign. It's either a really good sign or a really bad sign. Because it means, like, he doesn't know what to do, or he sees some, like, crazy tactic, but he's working out all the niceties. I do like that I'm catching up on the clock, though. Okay, yeah, he did take that. I don't see what that really changes. I think I just take back. Like, if anything, I think this just made my position better, because knife f5, I mean, what else do I have to say? Funny idea that I didn't see at all, but I see now, is if he goes here, pinning my knight to my king, then I can play king h1, which Eric Rosen would like, because, oh no, my knight. But then I take that, and then I pick up his queen. Like, a long time ago, I saw this. I didn't see it with the knight here. Like, I didn't calculate. This was bad. I did bad, right? Because I didn't calculate queen c5. I should have calculated queen c5. Okay, yeah, I just take it. I mean, I guess I should calculate knight f5. I really like taking, though, because I don't think he can take back. Bishop c4 still exists. Oh, maybe he has this. Maybe he had it the whole time and I didn't know. Maybe I do throw in knight f5. Because knight f5, that also adds some trouble here. Like, I'm sort of getting ready for a fork. Like, knight f5, queen somewhere, take, 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 take. He can't ever recapture with the queen. So I think knight f5 actually is an improvement. He's got to be kind of careful where he puts the queen, too. But yeah, for example, like, queen e6. Okay. Oh, this is hanging. Well, that's technically true, I guess. I mean, I guess I'm playing king. I guess there's nothing else really to calculate here. I'm wanting some cute, like take, check. Ah, I can't even draw the arrow. The rook's defended, but I'm so close to some mate there. Like queen h5 or something. Ooh, actually, yeah. Wait. Like take, like queen takes, knight takes, check. Here. Queen h5? It looks promising. I mean, if he does nothing, I'm threatening to win a pawn here. This is also, pardon me, pretty risky. It seems to me. Because, like, bishop takes and check and getting into some uncomfortable places. '96 or something. I feel kind of stupid for missing queen b6, but I think it's sort of okay. Because it still just comes back to he was, you know, if we go way back here, he was just behind in development, and I got to open up the center, so, like, more often than not, that's going to work out. But I don't know. The game's far from over. I'm actually okay on the clock, which is maybe even more scary than anything else. I think that line that I gave earlier was nonsense. Like, take... No, I didn't. Okay, I thought maybe I left a piece, but I didn't. I didn't. Oh no, I did. Queen takes b2, knight takes d5, knight takes d5, knight e7 there, and then I suggested queen h5, but that's leaving this black knight, you know, black's up a piece there. Like, he can just play knight back to f6. I think. Okay, he did take. The knight's hanging, so this seems like sort of forced-ish. I could also check and then take. There's also some idea of check and then here, like if the queen's on h5. Yeah, let's throw in the check. Oh wait, but then that allows this. But if the knight takes, it's stopping this check, dummy. Man, I didn't see that. Okay, we're gonna check first. Okay. Take like this. Ah, it's so close to something so nice. Yeah, maybe he takes, I just take back. Like I was thinking about throwing in the rook trade, but the problem with the rook trade is that actually like sort of helps him because the knight gets out of the way of the bishop. And if he can connect the rooks, then this king isn't as big of a problem as it currently is. So I think I just take back with the knight. I mean, I guess I could also, well, okay. Okay. Now this guy is pinned. Like I was thinking of this idea already. But I'm not real sure. Also rook here. Tough stuff. Ah, time. Oh, can I just go queen here? But he takes my bishop. Ah, I have to move. I really want queen here to work. Okay, I have to move. I don't know. Don't know. Queen h5 was so close to working. Like he takes my bishop, there was knight g6. Here, here. So close. Just couldn't find it. Yeah, the rook's defended now. I wanted to take, but the rook's defended. I like how I got myself into some time trouble. That was smart of me. Oh, my thing's hanging? I can't see that. It's too hard. It's funny. Here, 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 here. Yeah. Here, 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 here. Okay. And just as I planned, I'm up a pawn. Oh, my rook! Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, forget being up a pawn. That's not good. Ah, I can resign. Alright, if he takes my queen, I resign. If he takes the pawn, I don't resign. Dang, okay. Oh, man, I got in too much time trouble. There had to have been something. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the analysis board, and we're gonna turn off the computer. And then, that way I can figure stuff out on my own. Okay, so Queen h5, right? He can't take because this is mate. Okay, so Queen h5. The other move to consider, like I'm threatening Queen takes h7. No, wait, am I threatening that? Maybe I'm threatening bishop h7. Yeah, I'm probably threatening bishop h7 because bishop h7 take, then this is mate because this is pinned. Okay, so Queen h5. My threat's bishop h7 and then super discovered checkmate somehow. Okay. Queen h5. Knight takes d3. Knight check. Only legal move. Knight check. Only legal move. I guess I should have done this because I saw the move queen d5 where his knight's pinned so he can't take me. Then he has to go here. And I sort of couldn't figure it out from there. But I can just pick back up my knight. Although my knight's hanging here still, so maybe that doesn't quite work. Okay, I'm just going to put that on the board. I proved that I can do arrows. Okay, so here, 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 here. Doesn't it feel like there should just be like a mate in one? Somehow. I could take the thing. He has this, but I don't know if it works. Like, I can't take it, I guess, obviously, but I mean, you know, he might. I mean, I guess he could do that at some point. I mean, everything's been check up until here. So, okay, for the sake of argument, let's say that, oh, wait. He can take that. Never mind. So I have to move my queen after this. Or, yeah, I can't do this because of this. It'd be really cool if he couldn't do that because this was mate. But that's not the case. Ah, maybe it wasn't. Maybe there wasn't anything there. What were some other, like, big moments? I mean, this really felt like the moment. There's got to be something better than bishop c2. Like, I thought about rook b1, but I thought, like, his queen just goes, like, somewhere. I was also thinking about this. What was the reason I didn't play that? Yeah, actually, I'm not sure why I didn't play that. Because he can't take. Because, of here. Wait, I forgot about that. But, here... Like, I mean, check. Somewhere, and we... Oh, but he can go here. Dang! None of this stuff was ever working? Okay, wait. Here. What about here? Threat is rook takes rook. Or here. Okay, yeah, this is okay. Okay, this is it. This is the better. This is better. Slightly. Wait for it. This stupid knight just defends everything. Okay, I don't know. I'm too dumb. Let's turn on the computer. Bet the computer can figure it out. Queen e1 from this position and white's winning. Queen e1's +4. The next best move is knight e7 check, which is what I played, which is +2. Ooh. So queen e1, I assume the idea is to do this. I assume. Yeah, now it gives +5 for queen e1. What exactly is the idea here? Show me the threat. 97 is even better now, it claims. I mean, I guess we're just defending our knight, and we're putting our queen on a better square. It really feels like this is the moment to, like, do stuff, but this is actually more of a, like, you know, building move. Not really build, but, like, preparatory move. Like, we're just defending, we're getting the queen on a better square. Okay, this is not, like, this is still winning. It's giving +2. I wasn't sure what I was going to do here, but it says that super loses. I mean, that's not too surprising. Okay, here. Still queen e1. The only good move. Queen e1's +2.3. Knight c takes d5, which is what I played, is 1.6. Now only 1.2. And queen e1 is floating around +3. Wow, that's such a... I don't know, it's like... I think it's just like a psychological problem. Like, that's a hard move to think about when there's so many other tempting moves. But nothing else is, like, really working. Like, this is fine. Like, white's still much better, according to the magic computer. And then he played knight c5. And this is where I thought forever. And it claims I should play knight takes f6. I saw that move was legal. I don't really remember what my analysis was, if any. Probably there wasn't any. So knight takes f6 is +5. Bishop takes h7, which I also just analyzed and failed at analyzing, is +4 for reasons I can't comprehend, but we'll look at that. So what's going on with knight takes knight? My first question is what happens... Well, I mean, bishop h3, that's just like... That's crazy. Like, I get it, we're threatening mate. And we're letting this rook defend. Okay, let's try to play a more sane move for black. Let's take this. Now when we take this, we're threatening mate. So he takes this. And just rook, bring the rook over. It's so funny, this is just like, there's not like a, it seems like there's not like a tactical, like, knockout. It's just like, our pieces are better, so we win eventually. You just have to, like, keep building. I'm so bad at that. I always want to, like, pull the, you know, pull the ripcord at some point. So it says either of these rook moves. These are, like, +6. Knight takes c8 is +3. I would never think of knight takes c8, because this bishop is, you know, interfering. The bishop's just in the way more than anything. So, I mean, okay, let's just play it out a little bit, see what could have been. Get a little rook lift going, it says. I mean, these moves from black, like a5 just feels like such nonsense. I think, are we getting the rook out? Is that what we're doing? It is playing rook a6 next, so okay. Fine. And it wants to take this. And then it says rook g6. That's a move I understand. That threatens checkmate. Then we defend. We can't take this knight. Something bad happens. A little Forkarooski there. Man, the computer's good at tactics, it turns out. Wow. I mean, I guess the lesson is like when you have a very dominant position, but you can't find the tactical knockout, like I don't know, you have to just like go back to the basics, like just improve the position. It's just so hard to do. It feels like I gotta do something to win. Okay, now what were all the other crazy lines? Where did this whole nonsense even start? Okay, here, 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 here. Now, we looked at knight takes f6, right? That was what we just looked at. Now it says this also wins. And after here, oh, I didn't look at this. That's pretty cool, right? Go knights. Okay, so you can't take with the knight, and if you take with the king, then some other stuff happens, I assume. Queen e1, it's always queen e1. Like, I can never find queen e1. It says knight takes f6 also wins, but less so. Okay, queen e1 threatens queen h4 leading to mate. So it's playing g5 to stop that. But yeah, I mean, check, and then here is mate. So g5. And then rook b1. Okay. Queen d4. Then rook d1. Only winning move, rook d1. What is this? Like, you could play rook d1 here and you're also winning, but it says better is to do it with tempo, which I guess makes sense. But that's crazy that rook d1 is the only winning move here. Isn't that crazy? I feel like that's crazy. I guess does black have some like threat here? Knight d3 would be winning for black, it claims. That's too confusing for me. It's above my pay grade. So you have to play rook d1 because when this happens, you should take it. You have to take it. It's either taking this first and then taking, or it's taking right away. I mean, like, I get this because we're just removing the defender, like the queen's overworked. So like I guess I finally get it. But that's all just crazy. Man, chess is hard. I mean, like, I think this position just got a little too sharp for, you know, a 15 plus 10 game. This really, you know, it'd be a fun position to play OTB when both players had a lot of time to analyze everything. But that wasn't the case here, and I didn't make the right moves in time pressure, and he did. So he wins. That's how that works. So bishop c2 was the beginning of the end, although it says it's just equal. I guess that's believable. And then I had another win in a few moves. I just now ran the analysis for the whole game. So after here, let's learn from my mistakes. Not here, not here, not here, here. Okay. White to play and win again. Okay, well, it's probably bishop h7 because of this mate that I never saw during the game or after it. The knight can't move because of that allows the mate to happen. So bishop h7, king takes. Well, king can't take. So bishop h7 because we got the queen here. So bishop h7, and then we're threatening this, which looks pretty strong. It's got to be that, right? Okay. Since the computer told me that earlier, I was able to find it now. That's the only winning move, bishop h7. Tough game, man. Tough stuff. And then this is all fine. And now this doesn't work. Because the rook hangs at the end, I guess. Well, I just forgot my knight. I literally just forgot my knight's hanging. But I was almost able to tactics my way back, but my tactic was dumb and didn't work. Oh, he had it here. Okay, nobody saw it here. That's funny. It's just mate. Back rank mate. So he probably, like, when he took the bishop, he probably saw it. He was like, oh, I'm stupid. And then he was like, nope, he's stupid. Which is correct. Dang. Okay, well, tough game, but, you know, you can't win them all. So I guess I'll still upload the losses to YouTube, just to be fair. But okay, hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe and watch the other videos. Bye.